Hi guys, thanks for joining me today. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me. I'm going to be using the Too Faced Natural Lust palette. I haven't used this yet on my eyes, so it'll be a first impression. I have swatched it already. And then I'm going to be using a few products from my Tarte custom kit purchase, which I featured in a previous video. For example, this little Hamptons weekender thing, and I'm going to use the clay stick foundation. So we're just going to get started with this, and we're going to do the eyes first, so I'll zoom you in. Okay, so I've already primed and prepped my eyes, and I don't really know what I'm going to do yet, so we'll just start here. I'm going to start with this shade called Come and Get It. I'm going to use some brushes that my friend got me. Actually, they're these beautiful storybook brushes. I posted them on my Instagram a while ago, so I'm just going to use this one. They don't have names or anything. I, to be honest, don't use these a lot because they're so pretty that I don't really want to use them. I want to keep them good. Just buffing this into the crease and up. I'm just going to go in with a really small brush here, and I'm going to go into this shade called Hot to Trot right here. So I've been concentrating on this look so much that I have not been talking. Wasn't sure if I was going to do this as a chit chat. Basically, what's happening right now? So, I'm not even sure I want to talk about work. Work is not great. I think I've mentioned this, that I'm looking for a new job. I've applied to a few, and so to be honest, I applied for a bunch a while ago, and then I was updating my resume, and then I realized I had typos in jobs that I applied to a month ago, and some were glaringly obvious, in the first sentence kind of typo, and I couldn't believe that I did that. Me personally, I'm generally a very detail-oriented person, and I think just my mindset's not been in a good place, and I was just very haphazardly applying, and I'm embarrassed. I am super embarrassed that people have received my resume, and I'm just going over it with a bit more of the Come and Get It to blend. And I've had all these typos, and I'm pretty sure in my resume I'm very detail oriented. Yeah, except for you missed your glaringly obvious typos. Yeah, I'm just, now I know why I didn't get any sort of callback from those jobs. At least that would have been for me, if I've done some interviewing and resume reviewing, and when I find typos, I'm just nope. Especially when they're glaringly obvious. Yeah, I've just made a bunch of silly mistakes like that. When you apply to jobs internally at the government, you have to apply to them differently. And I've been sort of mixing my resumes up. I've a million different variations. I basically create a new resume every time I apply for a job, which is so much work. Well, not create a new one, but I have sort of two different streams, and I update it and change it based on what the position is, to highlight certain things. And I've been sort of mixing them up because there's certain things you put in your resume for an internal posting versus if it's an external posting. And yeah, I've just been, I don't know, embarrassingly mixing everything up. And I've been to be honest, being very demotivated. I've applied to a number of jobs, and I've heard nothing. I've heard nothing back from anybody, even since fixing my resume and making it a little bit better. I'm just going to go in with a flat shader brush into this shade called Such a Tease right here. So yeah, like trying to apply for jobs and not getting any callbacks, and then seeing all your coworkers leaving, they're getting jobs and you're not, is very demotivating, especially when like, so I am actually working with a career coach right now, and I had to do like a sort of like an aptitude test. It wasn't really like an IQ test or anything, but it was just like, what things are you good at? What are your natural tendencies? And I'm apparently good at a lot of things. Again, I've always kind of felt like I'm pretty good at picking up things, but I'm maybe not the best at things. Like I feel like it's like this YouTube channel, like, my channel's pretty good, my videos turn out all right. Are they amazing? No. Are they really bad? No. Like, I mean, I've seen some channels and you're like, what are you thinking? I feel like I'm an average person, but that's caused me a lot of anxiety because it's like I'm average at everything. So it's like, okay, I'm competent at a bunch of different things, so what am I supposed to be doing with my life? Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm not like a super genius at something, or I'm not like, I'm really good at numbers, so just do something that's all about numbers and forget about anything that's like the written form. Or like, I'm amazing at prose but terrible at numbers, so like become a writer, editor, publisher. Like, I'm kind of like on everything. So I'm so confused because I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with my life, and I'm trying to figure it out. And it's incredibly demotivating to see that I'm not getting any traction. I'm just going to go into this shade called Flirty Pop. Some of these names are like really dumb, FYI. Just saying. This is where I hate Too Faced sometimes. I'm like, why do you gotta be like that? That's really nice. I like that color. That's like, I'm not wetting my brush or anything, so yeah, my like ego feels very small right now because it's like nobody wants me. One of the things like I've talked to my career coach about is I look at job postings and I read the description and I'm like, yes, I can do that. Like that's, fits all the things that I can do. And then I get further in through the job description, and then I find out it's like entry level for like 20 or 30K. I'm almost 40. I do have some experience, so I don't know. I really struggle with trying to figure out where I fit, where I'm gonna fit. I'm gonna go into this shade called Love Spark right there and do the inner corner. So yeah, so that's not been fun. I guess in a related thing, I think I've talked about this before. The whole like confidence thing. Wow, this shade is not very good. Yeah, it's more like a topper. Okay, I'm gonna try and go into All Tied Up, which is a very white shade. Yeah, that's better. So my confidence is basically shot from trying to apply to jobs and not hearing from anybody. I've been reaching out to people, I hear nothing. Like, I email like contacts, like people that I know, or maybe like they're like a secondhand contact and be like, hey, I see you're hiring, I'm interested, or I'd like to learn more about what you're doing because maybe it's a field I'm interested in. And then I hear like nothing. And I'm like, okay, just me, okay, thanks guys. So yeah, from a work standpoint, from a career standpoint, my ego is feeling like this big right now. We're gonna go into the Tarte Clay Stick. This is in the shade Light Beige. I'm hoping it's okay for my face. I think it's okay, looks good. I'm going to go in with a flat top brush first and buff it in on this side. One of the reasons why I do this channel is because I'm not fulfilled at work. I'm not fulfilled in other areas of my life. And this channel is like so fulfilling for me. I love doing this. I love filming. I love editing. I love watching other people's videos. I love makeup, which is kind of a problem sometimes. But that's a different story. And the funny thing though is like, I'm trying to put more effort into my channel, more effort into my videos, and I have like a ton of video ideas, although my laptop's dead, so I have no idea when I'm going to film those. But I struggle with This is weird. Like, it's got like it looks like two different colors. See, like there and there. Does it look like that on camera? Anyway, I struggle with even just growing my channel because I'm like, yay, I've got new subscribers. And I'm like, oh god, I have new subscribers. I have people watching my videos. Like, I don't know if they're gonna like them. They're gonna like me. Am I doing the right thing? Should I be doing something different? I'm like super self-conscious. Like I was thinking, so I wanted to grow my channel. Like, I'd really like to grow my channel to make it like a viable, self-sustaining, like, I would prefer to monetize it to then take that money to use to buy makeup, to review, like that kind of a thing, like a little ecosystem. Not there yet. But at the same time, I'm like, oh god, like, if I had 1,000 subscribers, that means 1,000 people are watching it. Well, maybe not 1,000 people. But the funny thing is I have a couple of videos on my channel that have like thousands of views. So, I mean, it would be no different if more videos had views, I guess. But I don't know, I just feel super self-conscious sometimes if I overthink. That's pretty good coverage. Like, that's actually really good coverage. And up close, like, I mean, you're pretty close in and this is daylight. It looks really good. And it's a really good match for me. So I'm very cool undertoned. Cool neutral. I can swing neutrals, but not warm tones. No yellow undertones for me. I was gonna maybe try a beauty blender on this side. So yeah, like, I even feel self-conscious about posting on Instagram because I'm so worried about posting too much or too little or the right things. Like, I posted recently, so I just posted a swatch of that palette. Okay, this is definitely much more sheer if I use the beauty blender. I think it's obvious even in the thing, like you can see here, like it's definitely more sheer. This is better with a brush if you want coverage. Add a bit more here. So I don't know, I'm trying to work through some things. Of course, I always turn to books. I've been reading some books and trying to do some exercises through the books. And I laugh because the one book I picked up and he's like, so yeah, you're reading this book because you need to make a change, and you know, all those other self-help books and other things you read didn't work for you, so you're hoping if you read this book it's going to magically work for you. I'm like, damn it, yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping. Kind of was hoping that I could read a book about transforming your life and making change, and magically my life would be transformed and making change. So, speaking of which, transforming and making change, I guess. My big giant forehead, let's cover that bad boy up. So my channel is probably going to change a little bit. Actually, it's going to change a little bit in 2019 or 2020, and I'll do a video on this. It's related a lot to spending. I'm just going in with the Too Faced Too Much, the Peach Perfect powder. I just have a little mini of this. I'm just going to buff this all over. It's funny, like, I've been inventorying all of my stuff. I've done an inventory video last year, but I'm actually like documenting, like writing out all the products in spreadsheets. And I'll make spreadsheets available on my website. So if you want to do something similar, I'll also do that for my budgeting spreadsheet. I'll post that as well in the next week or so. I've been tracking what I've been spending all last year. I actually did videos on it last year, although nobody watched those videos, so I didn't do those this year. If you're interested, I'll put a playlist down below of like my makeup spending from in 2018. I didn't do videos this year, but I did still track it, so I'm still going to do like a video on what did I spend in 2019. Spoiler alert, I've already spent more. Not much more though, like I have spent more, but not much more. But it's the realization of how much I've spent over the past 2 years, even just the realization of how much I have spent this year, which for me, it's a lot of money, but it's like the only thing I really spend money on. I was realizing the other day that I'd rather spend like $40 on a palette than like $40 on a dinner. That kind of goes to show you my priorities. Okay, I'm going to go in with this little Hamptons Weekender palette. I've used this once so far, and it's pretty nice. It is really pigmented and really powdery. It is very nice. So yeah, in 2020, there's going to be less spending, especially at the beginning. It'll be pretty much a no buy, I think. We'll see exactly what I haven't quite exactly figured out what I'm doing, but there will definitely be much more limited in spending, in purchases, or at least much more targeted purchases. Like if I purchase, it will be to review something specific and not just like, oh, I like that product, or oh, it's a product that I've really wanted, but it's on sale at Winners. So, and yeah, I just want to be a bit more careful about what I'm spending money on. Yeah, basically, well, and part of that too is my laptop is dead, pretty much. It's not entirely dead, but it's mostly dead. And I have to buy a new one, so I'm waiting. Speaking of which, anybody else have this happen to you? So I get an email from Purelator, or not an email, a text, and it's like, hey, we've picked up your shipment from Dell. You know, stay tuned for like shipping notifications. So I click on the link and it's like picked up order. The order is picked up in Etobicoke. To explain to you, Etobicoke is about 30 minutes from Toronto. Technically, it's right next to Toronto. But if we're talking like downtown Toronto to like downtown Etobicoke, it's like 30-minute drive. And it's been like that for 3 days now. So I'm like, why is it just sitting there? Can I go get it? I'll take transit. That's how much I want my laptop. So yeah, I've ordered a Dell laptop, so we'll see how that goes. So I'm not using the blush in that palette. I wanted to use this blush. This blush is called Foxglove from Becca. I picked this up at Winners and it looks so pretty. Just do a little swatch on the back of my hand. I mean, it's super bright, but it's got a nice sheen to it. I was just like, it's so pretty. And it was on sale, so I bought it. Anyway, so spent a ton of money on buying a new laptop, and yeah, that's pretty intense. Oops. Whoops, we're gonna have to buff that out. So I want to be more careful in 2020 about spending. I want to maybe do more videos about budgeting. I would say there's probably about like maybe 10 products this entire year that I've bought that I've been like, really didn't need to buy that. But I feel like other than that, it's pretty good. So I wanted to use the Clay Pot. This is the Clay Pot liner. It's just in the black shade. I used like a really fine, I think it's a liner brush last time, but I'm going to use an angle brush this time. See if I like that better. So as I said, 2020, so I turn 40 next year. And there's a lot going on with my mind on that. I'm really, to be honest, I'm stressed out. Stressed out about that fact. You know, it's just a number, and I know when you're 45, 50, 40 is just like, it's just, nah, you're so young still. But, you know, I feel like it's a good point to reevaluate my life and figure out what I want to do. I am lucky I don't have children. I am not married. The only thing I have is I do own my condo, so I do have a mortgage. That's one thing that's kind of tying me down. Anybody that knows the Toronto housing landscape knows that that's like a golden egg. Like the fact that I actually own my own condo right now, I wouldn't be able to do that now. Like I actually can't afford, if I sold my place and had to rebuy it, I couldn't afford it. Like it doesn't make any sense. I'm not joking. It's bonkers. So, I mean, that's the only thing that I have that keeps me sort of grounded. Otherwise I could just like take off and do whatever. I mean, I could rent this place out. I mean, there's always that option, and travel or move somewhere different. It's a really nice liner, by the way. Hopefully it's showing up on camera really well. It's going over those eyeshadows really nicely. It's a matte, it's very matte, and very black. Okay, I'm just gonna focus on doing this eye and fast forward and we'll get through this. Okay, there is the liner done. I think it looks really good. I did try to wing it out a little bit. I think things got a little crazy, so I can't really tell if they're even. I think they are. It's so hard. So we're just going to finish up the eyes here. So if you're still with me, probably nobody's watching at this point, but that's fine. If you're still with me, I am doing a little advent calendar thing in my Instagram. So what I've decided to do, I've really wanted to buy an advent calendar. I've been looking at them and looking at them. They're so expensive. I'm just going in with that first shade Come and Get It under my eyes here. And I was like, you know what? I can't justify it. I can't justify adding 24 new products in 1 month into my collection for like $200, even if it ends up being a good value. Like, even if like the value of the advent calendar is a good value, I just can't justify it. So what I've decided to do is I've just taken a bunch of products that I don't use regularly. I did this late last night, and I'm going to put them in a stocking, and I'm going to do my own little advent calendar of my own makeup. So in the month of December on my Instagram, I'll do the opening of the unboxing, the daily box. It'll be a bag, the daily bag, and then I'll try and do a look with that product. So fair warning to my coworkers, some of my looks in December might be a little crazy, because some of the products are definitely like not your day-to-day. I tried to make them mostly day-to-day, but some of them just aren't. Which I thought was a more fun idea than spending more money and gaining more products that I really don't need. So yeah, that'll all be like in my Instagram stories. I might do like a posting at the beginning and the end of everything. I'm just going to go into the shade Flirty Pop, which was the one on the inner corner here. So if you're interested in following along, it'll be on my Instagram. I'm going to try and post more makeup things on my Instagram. I've been talking about being self-conscious. I've been self-conscious to do that because I know I have a lot of friends and family on my Instagram that don't give a crap about makeup. But I do. And I like seeing, I've decided I want to post things that I like seeing other people post. Things that I'm interested in that I think other people like me would be interested in seeing. So we'll see how that goes. I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush and Love Language, which is like a beige, and just put that up here just to like blend things. Alright, there we go. There's the eyes. The only thing I've left is highlighter and lips. So for highlighter, I'm going to use the highlighter in the Hamptons Weekend palette. When I first looked at this, I was like, oh, this looks a lot like the Bliss highlighter that I've been using for my Pan project, but it's not the same. So I'm just going to swatch them side by side, just so you can see. By the way, the Hamptons palette smells like chocolate and vanilla. Like, it's got a very sweet, it's not purely vanilla, but it's not really chocolate either. So they're actually different. So the top one here is Bliss from Oprah, and then that's the Hamptons one. The only thing I feel like with the Hamptons one is it's a little dark. So we're just going to go in very lightly. See, I feel like that's maybe a little dark for me. Maybe not. I don't know. Last but not least, we're going to use the Tarte lip product that I got. This is the dual-ended lip sculptor in Sass. So I did buy lipstick the other day at Winners. The pepper shade from Bite Beauty. It's the shade that I've been wanting. It's the shade that I thought rhubarb would be, that chai would be, like that fig would be. No, pepper. Pepper is my shade. Pepper's my girl. So I'm super glad I bought that, by the way. I'm just going to go into lip gloss because we've got it. I like the lip gloss side of this, perhaps more than the lipstick. I don't know, the lipstick's really nice though too. I'm really a lip gloss girl, I know this. So there's the lips. That's this color. So it's a bit more, it's described as mauve. It's not. It's more, I would say it's, at least on me, it's more peachy pink than a mauve color. So anyway, that's the final look. Quick recap on all the products. So really like the eyeshadow. Can't wait to play with that palette a little bit more. There's only that one dud shade that just was kind of like a taupery type shade, but really, really like the colors. Really easy to blend. Good level of pigmentation. Not too much, not too little. Again, that Hamptons palette, that's the second, maybe third time I've used it now. I like it. I definitely will be using that palette for travel. Like, that's really why I bought it, because it's perfect for travel. I'm really liking this foundation. Like, it's a little heavy for me on a day-to-day, but I think, I mean, for filming it will be really nice. For like events it will be really nice. It is a little light. Like, it's not gonna, this is not gonna work for me come spring, summertime. But for right now, it's working really, really nicely. We'll see how it wears during the day. Love that liner. Like, love that liner. So that's the second time I've used it. I wore it yesterday and it wore so well. Like, so well. Like, it looked perfect by the end of the day. So I was really, really happy with that liner. And yeah, the lipstick, really nice color. Maybe not the best for fall, winter, but definitely more like a spring, summer type color. So yeah, so that's it. I hope you stuck around to this part of the video. I mean, I know it's a long video. I know get readies with me are pretty unexciting at times. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you did, feel free to give it a little thumbs up down below. I would love it if you did subscribe to my tiny little channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.